You crush your workouts with intense dedication. You are consistent in your training, week in, week out. Meal prepping has become a fundamental part of your routine. You meticulously track every single calorie you consume. Every macro, protein, carbohydrate, and fat is carefully calculated. Your protein intake is always optimal for muscle building. You genuinely feel like you are doing absolutely everything right. But are your hard-earned results truly reflecting all this relentless effort? Perhaps there is a crucial element you have overlooked. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, your progress inexplicably stalls. It can feel like you've hit an unmovable brick wall. This lack of advancement naturally leads to frustration building up. You start to question your meticulously crafted training plan. You begin to rethink your entire diet strategy, wondering what's amiss. Could it be your genetics that are holding you back from your goals? Or is there another, more subtle factor currently at play? This hidden factor is unfortunately often ignored by many dedicated athletes. It's not always about adding more. Consider what happens to your body after a grueling exercise session. Your muscles are thoroughly fatigued, sore, and significantly damaged. They are now in desperate need of serious repair to grow stronger. This is precisely where the true magic of recovery begins to unfold. Sleep is not merely a passive period of rest for your mind and body. It is in fact an active and critical repair phase for your physiology. Your body diligently works incredibly hard while you are sound asleep. It meticulously rebuilds and strengthens itself from the day's exertions. This nocturnal process is absolutely vital for achieving your fitness aspirations. In today's demanding, fast-paced modern world, sleep often gets sacrificed. We frequently trade precious hours of essential rest for more screen time, or we find ourselves burning the midnight oil, trying to catch up on work. We mistakenly think we can somehow manage effectively on less sleep, but this common mindset significantly damages our fitness goals and overall well-being. Building substantial muscle and achieving peak physical condition requires optimal recovery conditions. Are you consistently creating these necessary conditions for your body to thrive? It is time to seriously reconsider the paramount role of sleep. Now, let's address the most important question directly and without delay. Are you, perhaps unknowingly, sabotaging your own muscle growth? Could this detrimental process be happening while you are deeply asleep? The surprising and often unwelcome answer to this question is a resounding yes. Many highly motivated athletes unknowingly hinder their hard-won progress. They inadvertently do this to themselves night after night. Sleep, or the lack of it, can act as a silent saboteur to your goals. It can undermine all your hard work. You dedicate countless hours each week to intense sessions at the gym. You maintain incredible discipline when it comes to your nutrition plan. Yet, despite all this commitment, the desired gains are frustratingly slow to appear. This kind of situation can be incredibly demotivating for anyone. You might find yourself searching for complex training programs or exotic supplements. Perhaps the root of the problem is actually much simpler than you imagine. It could very well be linked directly to your current sleep patterns. Your nightly rest might be consistently insufficient or of poor quality. Consistently poor sleep has a cascade of serious negative consequences for your body. It significantly disrupts the delicate balance of crucial hormones within your system. For instance, your testosterone levels, vital for muscle growth, can plummet noticeably. Simultaneously, levels of cortisol, often known as the stress hormone, can unfortunately rise. Muscle repair processes, essential for recovery, also slow down quite significantly. Your body simply cannot recover effectively from your workouts without adequate sleep. This directly impacts your ability to build new muscle tissue. It also negatively affects your daily energy levels. This essay will thoroughly explore this absolutely vital link between sleep and fitness. We will dive deep into the compelling science behind these connections. You will discover precisely how sleep truly impacts your muscle growth and fat loss. Understand what actually happens within your body when you don't get enough rest. More importantly, you will learn practical and effective strategies on how to fix it. Could it be that sleep is your missing link to achieving ultimate success? Let's embark on this journey to find out together. Your path to better gains and improved well-being starts right now. When you finally close your eyes and drift into sleep, your body's work is far from over. In fact, a crucial phase of intense biological activity is just beginning. Think of your sleep time as the dedicated overnight shift for your body's internal construction crew. This is when the primary rebuilding and strengthening processes truly kick into high gear. During these precious hours of rest, a sophisticated array of hormones is meticulously released into your bloodstream. These hormones are the unsung heroes of your fitness journey, orchestrating the repair of muscle tissues damaged during your strenuous workouts. Understanding their roles is fundamental. One of the most significant players in this nocturnal symphony of recovery is human growth hormone, often abbreviated as HGH. This powerful hormone is absolutely vital for stimulating growth, cell reproduction, and cell regeneration. While HGH is released throughout the day in small pulses, the vast majority of its daily production occurs during the deeper stages of sleep. Specifically, it is during slow wave sleep, also known as deep sleep, that your pituitary gland works overtime, releasing substantial amounts of HGH. This makes deep sleep an incredibly valuable period for anyone serious about building muscle and enhancing their physical performance. So what exactly does HGH do once it's released into your system while you sleep? Its primary role concerning muscle growth is to promote protein synthesis. This is the critical process where your body uses amino acids to build new muscle proteins, effectively repairing and enlarging your muscle fibers. HGH also helps to stimulate the growth of connective tissues, like tendons and ligaments, making them stronger and more resilient to injury. Furthermore, it aids in the mobilization of fats for energy, which can contribute to a leaner physique. Essentially, HGH is your body's natural anabolic agent, working diligently while you rest. But what happens if you consistently skimp on your sleep? If you are not achieving enough deep sleep, your body's ability to produce and release optimal levels of HGH is significantly hampered. This reduction in HGH means that your muscle repair processes will be less efficient. Your recovery from workouts will take longer, and your potential for muscle growth will be noticeably diminished. It means all those grueling sets and reps in the gym might not translate into the gains you are striving for. Prioritizing sufficient high-quality sleep is therefore not a luxury, but an absolute necessity for maximizing your HGH release and achieving your fitness goals. Beyond human growth hormone, another incredibly important hormone for muscle development is testosterone. This hormone is often associated with male characteristics, but it plays a crucial role in both men and women, particularly when it comes to building and maintaining muscle mass. Testosterone is fundamentally an anabolic hormone, meaning it actively promotes tissue growth, especially muscle protein synthesis. It also contributes significantly to strength, energy levels, and overall vitality. If your goal is to increase muscle size and power, then optimizing your natural testosterone production is absolutely key. You need this hormone firing on all cylinders. Similar to growth hormone, testosterone production is intricately linked to your sleep patterns. The majority of the testosterone your body releases daily occurs while you are asleep. Research has consistently shown that testosterone levels peak during REM sleep and the early morning hours, coinciding with longer periods of undisturbed rest. Insufficient sleep, or sleep that is frequently interrupted, can have a direct and detrimental impact on this vital hormone's production. Even just a few nights of poor sleep can cause a noticeable dip in your testosterone levels, which can subsequently affect your training outcomes and how you feel. The consequences of reduced testosterone due to inadequate sleep are multifaceted and can seriously undermine your fitness progress. Lower testosterone levels can lead to difficulties in building new muscle mass even if you are training hard and eating correctly. You might also experience a reduction in strength and find your recovery between workouts is slower than usual. Beyond muscle, low testosterone can also affect your mood, motivation, and energy throughout the day, making it harder to even get to the gym. It truly creates a vicious cycle that is difficult to break without addressing the root cause, your sleep. Several scientific studies have highlighted this stark connection. For instance, research has demonstrated that limiting sleep to 5 hours per night for just 1 week can decrease daytime testosterone levels by as much as 10 to 15% in healthy young men. This is a substantial reduction, equivalent to aging by 10 to 15 years in terms of testosterone impact. This clearly illustrates that consistently achieving 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep is not just a recommendation, it's a biological imperative for maintaining healthy testosterone levels. Sleep truly is your anabolic ally, helping to ensure your body is primed for growth and strength. Section 3. Cortisol control. How sleep prevents muscle breakdown. While growth hormone and testosterone work to build muscle, there's another hormone that can have the opposite effect if not properly managed: cortisol. Cortisol is widely known as the stress hormone because its levels typically rise in response to stressful situations, both physical and psychological. While cortisol has some important functions such as regulating inflammation and blood sugar, chronically elevated levels can be detrimental to your muscle building ambitions. This is because cortisol is a catabolic hormone, meaning it can actually promote the breakdown of muscle tissue for energy, a process known as proteolysis. Sleep deprivation is a significant physiological stressor, and it consistently leads to an increase in cortisol levels. When you don't get enough sleep, your body perceives this as a state of distress, prompting the adrenal glands to release more cortisol. This creates an internal environment that is less conducive to muscle growth and more prone to muscle wasting. So while you might be pushing hard in the gym to stimulate muscle hypertrophy, high cortisol levels from poor sleep could be actively working against your efforts, breaking down the very muscle you are trying to build. It's like taking 2 steps forward and 1 significant step back. The negative impact of elevated cortisol extends beyond direct muscle breakdown. High cortisol can interfere with the beneficial actions of anabolic hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, reducing their effectiveness, It can also contribute to increased storage of visceral fat, particularly around the abdominal area, which is another common concern for those striving for a lean muscular physique. Furthermore, chronically high cortisol can impair your immune system, making you more susceptible to illness, which in turn can disrupt your training consistency and overall recovery capabilities. This hormonal imbalance creates a challenging environment for any athlete. Fortunately, achieving adequate and restful sleep is one of the most effective ways to help regulate and manage your cortisol levels. During sufficient quality sleep, cortisol levels naturally decline, allowing your body to shift into a more anabolic, muscle building state. This nightly dip in cortisol is essential for allowing the repair and recovery processes to occur optimally. By prioritizing your sleep, you are not just passively resting, you are actively creating a hormonal environment that protects your hard-earned muscle tissue from breakdown and supports its continued growth. Sleep, therefore, acts as a powerful shield against the catabolic effects of stress. Section 1. The hunger hormone havoc ghrelin and leptin imbalance. When you are striving to shed body fat, what you eat and how much you eat are absolutely critical factors. However, the desire to eat and the feeling of fullness are not just matters of willpower. They are heavily influenced by powerful hormones circulating within your body. Two of the most important hormones in this intricate dance of appetite regulation are ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is often dubbed the hunger hormone because it signals your brain that it's time to eat. Conversely, leptin is known as the satiety hormone, as it tells your brain when you are full and should stop eating. These hormones work in a delicate balance. Unfortunately, sleep deprivation throws this crucial hormonal balance into complete disarray. When you don't get enough quality sleep, your body responds by producing more ghrelin. This means you will feel hungrier more often and with greater intensity than usual. Your appetite essentially goes into overdrive, making it much harder to stick to your carefully planned nutrition strategy. This increased ghrelin doesn't just make you want more food, it can specifically make you crave high-calorie, carbohydrate-rich foods. These are often the very foods you are trying to limit when focusing on fat loss, setting you up for a difficult battle. At the same time that ghrelin levels are surging due to lack of sleep, your leptin levels take a significant hit. Leptin production decreases when you are sleep deprived. With lower levels of this satiety hormone, your brain doesn't receive the strong signals that you are full and satisfied after eating a meal. This means you might eat larger portions than you normally would, or you might find yourself feeling hungry again very soon after a meal. The combination of increased hunger signals and decreased fullness signals creates a perfect storm for overconsumption of calories, making fat loss incredibly challenging. The overall impact of this sleep-induced hormonal disruption is profound. You end up fighting a much tougher battle against cravings and an artificially inflated appetite. It's a physiological response, not just a lack of discipline. This is where the phrase sleep less, eat more truly comes into play, highlighting a direct biological consequence. Your body, starved of adequate rest, actively works to make you consume more energy, often from less than ideal sources. This makes it abundantly clear that getting sufficient sleep is a non-negotiable component of any successful fat loss plan, affecting your food choices and intake significantly. Section 2. Cortisol's cruel connection to belly fat. High cortisol, especially from sleep deprivation, promotes fat storage. Persistent stress keeps cortisol levels high, leading to fat accumulation. This hormone encourages fat storage around the abdominal area, known as visceral fat. Elevated cortisol from poor sleep makes losing belly fat difficult. High cortisol can also influence food preferences, steering you towards comfort foods. These foods are high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and calories. The connection between chronic stress and fat retention is undeniable. Managing stress through adequate sleep is crucial for a leaner physique. Prioritizing sleep benefits both mental well-being and fat loss efforts. Sleep deprivation negatively impacts your overall metabolism. Your metabolic rate decreases when you are consistently sleep deprived. This means your body burns fewer calories at rest. Poor sleep also affects insulin sensitivity, leading to insulin resistance. Reduced insulin sensitivity makes it harder for glucose to enter cells. Excess glucose is more likely to be stored as fat. Sleep deprivation leads to fatigue and reduced physical activity. This decrease in activity further slows down fat loss progress. Sleep is essential for optimal metabolism and fat loss. Prioritizing sleep ensures your metabolism supports your fat loss goals. To understand sleep's impact, let's consider a hypothetical case study. Imagine two individuals, Ethan and James, both dedicated to fitness. The only difference between them is their sleep patterns. Ethan and James embark on a 12-week training program. They follow the same diet and exercise regimen. Ethan prioritizes sleep, getting 8 hours of quality sleep nightly. James averages only 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night. Their training intensity and diet are identical. The only planned difference is their sleep. This comparison highlights the impact of sleep on fitness progress. Ethan benefits from optimal sleep, while James operates under sleep deprivation. The results will show how sleep affects their progress. Let's delve into their sleep patterns. Ethan prioritizes sleep, getting 8 hours nightly. He practices excellent sleep hygiene. James averages only 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night. His bedtime is erratic, and he uses screens before bed. Both athletes maintain detailed logs of their progress. They track their energy levels, motivation, and recovery. The only difference is their sleep duration. Ethan benefits from optimal sleep, while James is sleep deprived. This comparison will show the impact of sleep on their progress. Sleep is a critical component for fitness success. Section 3. Unveiling the outcomes. Sleep's decisive role in results. Baseline measurements were taken for both Ethan and James. Their body weight, lean muscle mass, and body fat percentage were recorded. Ethan gained 3 kilograms of lean muscle mass. He reduced his body fat percentage by 2%. James gained only 0.5 kilograms of lean muscle mass. His body fat percentage increased slightly. Ethan reported high energy levels and steady progress. James struggled with fatigue and low energy. The results demonstrate the power of consistent, quality sleep. Ethan's success was amplified by his commitment to sleep. Sleep is a critical component for muscle growth, fat loss, and performance. Section 1. Crafting your sleep sanctuary. Optimizing your bedroom. Your bedroom should be a dedicated sanctuary for optimal rest. Darkness is critical for creating an ideal sleep environment. Invest in blackout curtains or blinds to block out external light. Maintain a cool room temperature for better sleep. Keep your bedroom between 67 degrees Celsius or 19 degrees Celsius. Consider using earplugs or a white noise machine for a quiet zone. Ensure your mattress and pillows provide adequate support. Reserve your bedroom primarily for sleep and intimacy. Avoid activities like working or watching intense TV in bed. Create a calm retreat from the stresses of the waking world. Transforming your bedroom into a sleep-inducing oasis is essential for better recovery and muscle growth. Section 2. Mastering your pre-sleep routine. Habits for restful nights. The transition from a busy, alert day to a state of peaceful slumber doesn't happen instantly for most people. Your body and mind need a period to wind down and prepare for rest. This is where establishing a consistent pre-sleep routine becomes incredibly beneficial. Think of it as a gentle runway guiding you towards sleep. A predictable sequence of calming activities performed each night helps to signal to your brain that bedtime is approaching. This consistency reinforces your natural circadian rhythms and can significantly improve both the ease with which you fall asleep and the overall quality of your sleep. This nightly ritual is an investment in your recovery. A cornerstone of any effective pre-sleep routine in our modern hyper-connected world is to disconnect from screens. The blue light emitted from smartphones, tablets, computers, and televisions is particularly disruptive to melatonin production. This light essentially tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to fall asleep. Aim to power down all electronic devices at least 60 to 90 minutes before your intended bedtime. This screen-free buffer allows your melatonin levels to rise naturally. Use this time instead for relaxing, non-stimulating activities that promote calmness and prepare your mind for rest, such as reading a physical book or listening to soothing music. Another powerful habit for better sleep is maintaining a consistent sleep schedule. This means going to bed and waking up at approximately the same time every day, even on weekends or days off. While it might be tempting to sleep in on Saturdays, and doing so can disrupt your internal body clock, making it harder to fall asleep on Sunday night and wake up refreshed on Monday morning. A regular sleep-wake cycle helps to stabilize your circadian rhythm, training your body to anticipate sleep at a certain time. This regularity makes it easier to fall asleep quickly and wake up feeling more naturally energized without relying heavily on an alarm clock. Beyond avoiding screens and sticking to a schedule, you can incorporate other calming activities into your wind-down period. Consider a warm bath or shower about 90 minutes before bed. The subsequent drop in body temperature can help induce sleepiness. Gentle stretching, yoga, or meditation can release physical tension and quiet a racing mind. Journaling can also be a useful tool to offload any worries or thoughts from the day, preventing them from keeping you awake. The key is to find a combination of relaxing activities that work for you and to practice them consistently each night to create a powerful sleep-promoting habit. Section 3. Lifestyle and nutritional tweaks for deeper sleep. What you consume throughout the day, and especially in the hours leading up to bedtime, can have a profound impact on your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Certain foods and drinks contain compounds that can either promote relaxation or act as stimulants, interfering with your natural sleep processes. Making mindful choices about your diet and beverage intake is therefore a crucial aspect of optimizing your sleep for better muscle growth and recovery. It's not just about what you do right before bed, but also about the patterns you establish earlier in the day that can set the stage for a restful night. One of the most well-known culprits for sleep disruption is caffeine. This powerful stimulant works by blocking adenosine, a neurotransmitter that promotes sleepiness. While caffeine can be useful for boosting alertness during the day, consuming it too close to bedtime can make it difficult to fall asleep and can reduce the amount of deep sleep you get. Caffeine has a relatively long half-life, meaning it can stay in your system for many hours. It is generally recommended to avoid all sources of caffeine, including coffee, many teas, energy drinks, chocolate, and even some medications for at least 6 to 8 hours before your intended bedtime to ensure it doesn't interfere with your rest. Certain minerals like magnesium and zinc have been linked to improve sleep quality. Magnesium plays a role in regulating neurotransmitters that calm the nervous system and helps in the production of melatonin. It can promote muscle relaxation and may help reduce anxiety. Zinc is also involved in melatonin regulation, and some studies suggest it can improve sleep duration and efficiency. While these minerals can be obtained through a balanced diet, good sources of magnesium include leafy green vegetables, nuts, and seeds, while zinc is found in oysters, meat, and pumpkin seeds. Supplementation might be considered by some, always after consulting with a healthcare professional. Beyond caffeine and specific minerals, other dietary habits matter. Try to avoid eating large, heavy meals within 2 to 3 hours of going to bed, as the digestive process can interfere with sleep. Similarly, while staying hydrated is important, try to reduce your fluid intake in the late evening to prevent nighttime awakenings for bathroom trips. Alcohol, often mistakenly thought of as a sleep aid, can actually disrupt sleep patterns. While it might help you fall asleep initially, it often leads to fragmented sleep and reduced REM sleep later in the night. Lastly, regular physical exercise can improve sleep quality, but try to avoid very intense workouts too close to bedtime if you find they energize you too much. Section 1. Recapping the journey. Understanding sleep's critical role. Throughout our deep dive into the intricate world of sleep and its profound impact on your fitness endeavors, we have aimed to highlight a frequently overlooked truth. Many dedicated individuals meticulously plan their workouts and strictly adhere to nutritional guidelines, yet they often neglect a fundamental pillar essential for achieving their desired results: sleep. We initially posed the critical question of whether your sleep habits might be inadvertently sabotaging your hard-earned gains. As we have journeyed through the various facets of this topic, the evidence strongly suggests that this could indeed be the case for many, making this exploration vital for your progress. We began by unraveling the complex science that inextricably links your sleep patterns to the very processes of muscle growth and repair. You discovered that the deeper stages of sleep are not merely periods of inactivity, rather they are crucial windows for the release of human growth hormone. This powerful hormone acts as a primary catalyst for repairing muscle tissue damaged during strenuous exercise and for stimulating new growth. Furthermore, we explored how testosterone, another key anabolic hormone vital for building strength and increasing muscle mass, sees its production peak during your nightly rest. Equally important, we discussed how adequate sleep helps to control cortisol levels, thereby preventing the catabolic, muscle degrading effects of this stress hormone. Our discussion then broadened to address the significant and often frustrating relationship between sleep deprivation and your fat loss objectives. We uncovered the ways in which insufficient sleep can throw your crucial hunger hormones ghrelin and leptin into complete disarray. This imbalance typically leads to an unwelcome increase in cravings, particularly for high-calorie, less nutritious foods, and a markedly diminished sense of fullness after meals. Such hormonal disruption can easily result in unintentional overconsumption of calories. We also shone a light on cortisol's undesirable role in promoting the storage of stubborn belly fat, emphasizing how prioritizing sleep can be a powerful strategy against this common fitness hurdle. To solidify these crucial concepts and demonstrate their real-world implications, we considered a compelling case study. This illustrative comparison vividly showcased how two hypothetical athletes following identical training regimens and nutritional plans could achieve dramatically different outcomes based solely on the quality and duration of their sleep. The athlete who prioritized rest flourished, making significant gains, while the sleep-deprived athlete found their progress severely hampered. Finally, armed with this understanding, we provided you with a comprehensive suite of practical, actionable tips. These range from optimizing your bedroom environment for sleep to establishing a calming pre-sleep routine and making beneficial lifestyle and nutritional adjustments, all designed to empower you to reclaim your nights for better days and superior fitness results. Section 2. Sleep, the unsung hero of your fitness triumphs. It is absolutely imperative that we begin to fundamentally reframe our collective perception of sleep within the context of a healthy, active lifestyle. For far too long, sleep has been widely regarded as a mere passive state, often treated as an optional luxury to be indulged in only when all other daily tasks are completed. However, as we have meticulously explored throughout this essay, sleep is anything but passive downtime. It is an active, dynamic, and utterly indispensable biological process. It proudly stands shoulder to shoulder with dedicated, rigorous training and precise, thoughtful nutrition as a foundational cornerstone of genuine and sustainable fitness success. To consciously or unconsciously neglect sleep is akin to attempting to construct an architectural marvel on unstable, shifting foundations. Inevitably, the entire structure will falter. Let us consider for a moment the immense effort you pour into your workouts at the gym. Every challenging lift, every demanding set, every single bead of sweat represents a significant investment in your muscular development and physical improvement. However, it is crucial to understand that this substantial investment only truly yields its maximum dividends during periods of adequate and profound recovery. Sleep, unequivocally, is the prime time for this essential recovery to occur. Without consistent, sufficient, high-quality sleep, your body's intrinsic ability to meticulously repair damaged muscle fibers and effectively synthesize new muscle protein becomes severely compromised. Key anabolic hormones like growth hormone and testosterone, your body's natural allies in growth, cannot perform their vital work optimally, thereby limiting your potential. Similarly, if your primary fitness objective involves achieving a leaner, more defined physique, sleep emerges as an equally powerful yet frequently underestimated strategic ally. The ongoing battle against unwanted body fat accumulation is not fought solely within the confines of the kitchen, through dietary choices, or in the gym, through strenuous exercise. A significant part of this battle is waged in the quiet sanctuary of your bedroom. Persistent sleep deprivation has been shown to throw your appetite regulating hormones into a state of chaos, often leading to increased hunger and reduced satiety. This hormonal imbalance makes you more susceptible to poor food choices and also elevates cortisol, which unfortunately encourages fat storage, particularly around the visceral abdominal region. Beyond the direct impacts on muscle growth and fat metabolism, the profound importance of sleep extends comprehensively to your overall recovery and athletic performance capabilities. Obtaining quality sleep allows your central nervous system the necessary time to recuperate effectively, leading to sharper mental focus, improved coordination and motor skills, and a significant boost in your motivation for subsequent training sessions. It actively works to reduce mental fatigue, enhances your overall mood stability, and critically strengthens your immune system. A robust immune system makes you less susceptible to common illnesses that could otherwise derail your training consistency and set back your progress. Think of sleep as the ultimate naturally endowed performance enhancing tool, readily available to you every single night. Section 3, Awakening to Action. Transforming your sleep, transforming your results. Now that you possess a clearer and more comprehensive understanding of the undeniable, intricate, and profound connection between the quality of your sleep and the realization of your fitness aspirations, the most critical subsequent step involves honest personal reflection. We strongly encourage you to take an unflinching, objective look at your current sleep habits and patterns. Are you genuinely and consistently prioritizing your nightly rest? Or do you find that it is frequently relegated to the bottom of your to-do list, consistently sacrificed for other pressing demands, social engagements, or digital distractions? How many hours of restorative sleep do you realistically manage to obtain each night? More importantly, consider how you genuinely feel upon waking each morning. Embarking on a dedicated journey to significantly improve your sleep hygiene and overall sleep quality does not necessarily require an immediate radical overhaul of your entire lifestyle overnight. Instead, we advocate for a more sustainable approach. Focus on implementing small, manageable, and consistent adjustments based on the array of practical tips and strategies that we have discussed throughout this essay. Perhaps you can begin by committing to a more regular bedtime and wake-up time even on weekends. Or you could make a conscious effort to dim the lights in your home an hour earlier than usual, or deliberately put your smartphone and other electronic devices away well before you intend to fall asleep. The substantial rewards for making sufficient high-quality sleep a non-negotiable component of your comprehensive fitness regimen extend far beyond the visible improvements you might see in the gym or on the scale. Yes, you will very likely experience enhanced muscle growth, more effective and sustainable fat loss, and noticeably improved recovery times between your workouts. However, the plethora of benefits ripple outwards, positively influencing nearly every single aspect of your daily life. Imagine possessing more sustained energy throughout your entire day, experiencing sharper mental acuity and focus, enjoying a more stable and positive mood, and benefiting from a more resilient and robust immune system capable of warding off illness. We sincerely hope that this detailed exploration has effectively illuminated the path toward achieving better sleep and, as a direct consequence, attaining superior fitness results and an enhanced sense of well-being. Now, we are eager to hear from you and to help foster a supportive and engaged community centered around these important topics. Please take a moment to share your own valuable experiences and insights in the comments section below. How many hours of sleep do you typically manage to get each night? Let's learn from one another and collectively help each other grow stronger, healthier, and more rested. And remember to stay tuned, because next week we're breaking down sleep tracking tools you can use right now.